My name is Hazel Fernandez, and I am a multi passionate artist from the generation Gen X. So, for so long, we are going to, by the way, talk about how to befriend your inner critic. Now, if you're a very highly sensitive person like me, who's probably have a little bit of ADHD, now you know what I'm talking about. We all have that inner critic, and the voice, that quote unquote negative voice in your head, is not even yours to begin with. So I wanted to remind you to pause for a second, question the thoughts that's swimming in your head. What are the voices? What is this inner voice trying to tell you? Is the inner voice trying to tell you that you're not good enough? Who do you think you are to start a business? That's my case. Or why are you even working or doing something that is not maybe beautiful? And or what if you create art and you share your vulnerable self online, and then you're now afraid of what would people think? So basically, we are effed if we continue to listen to the voice that is in our head. So in my case, it took me years and decades to find to a place, this place of listening and befriending the inner critic within. When I start to become curious about why is this inner voice trying to tell me? What is this inner voice trying to tell me? Is this inner voice trying to protect me? And that's why there's so much fear if I am going to try something new that is so uncomfortable and it is so jarring, it is so scary, and you feel nervous. Maybe this is a sign that you have to lean into the discomfort and give yourself compassion and grace when this inner critic, this negative voice that is swimming in your head for many, many years. Now, I have so much empathy for all of us. Hello, Jen. How are you? Where are you watching from? And how is your relationship with your inner critic? So, when I started to get into this self development, self improvement game and healing my inner child, I started to become so curious about this freaking inner voice in my head. And I'm like, maybe this voice is just trying to protect me and wanting me to not try anything new because it wants to protect me from rejection, from what would people think, and oh my god, what are you doing, so it's kind of like you're trying something new and your brain is designed to protect you from not dying. Hold on a minute. I couldn't read it. Said, hi, hello, hi Thea. How are you? Let me know where you are watching from. So we're talking about how to befriend the inner critic in your head. And you are not alone. I see you, I feel you because I've been there too. Well, great that you are okay. So let me know, what is the voice that is trying to tell you when you're starting to create art? And look at this. It's not even, it's just abstract. I don't even know where this is going. And it is normal. The ego wants to protect you. Because in the past thousands of years from our ancestors, if we try something new, it's kind of like we're trying to sort of get away from the pack, right? It's like this caterpillar trying to get away from the pack and wanting to become a butterfly. There is a process when we are going through changes, and that is so lonely and very um, uncomfortable. And the people that sort of know you and care for you and love you would be like, why is this person trying to change? Why are they doing this? And you, if you have not done your inner healing work, or you have not connected to yourself, or be in this time of solitude to embrace the pain, to embrace the shame, the fear, all the feelings of ick and yuck and the mess, it's really very jarring and so, like frustrating, because you are still in the thick of the journey. So, hold on a minute. Well, thank you for sharing that, Ricardo. I'm going to respond later on so I can focus on this topic. And it is not easy, right? This life is so unfair. And some would probably question, there I have so many questions. Maybe you tell me in the comment section below, what are your thoughts about this? And if there are negative thoughts, or if there's a negative voice in your head, maybe try to listen to it, because there is wisdom in that voice. And by the way, the inner critic, they're not even your own. They're not even your own. Sometimes they're from the parents, from your parents, from your teachers, from your brothers or sisters, and from other people. And so this is why it is such a beautiful experience to listen to the inner critic. You can call it anything you want, but like, okay, what if you get curious and say, hey, why is this voice trying to stop me from pursuing my dreams? Why is this voice trying to tell me that I could not do it? Why is this voice trying to make me feel like I'm not good enough? Why is this voice in my head trying to tell me that I couldn't do it? So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So when I started painting, because I was going through a very, very difficult and dark times in my life, I can hear the voice in my head saying, who do you think you are to paint? And what the hell are you trying to create? It's not even worth it. The craziness of this voice is outstanding. And the more I fight, the more I fought, the more it became like crazier. It's like I couldn't even stand it. Up until I started to become curious. I said, okay, let's just explore. What is this inner critic trying to tell me? Is this inner critic trying to protect me from dying, from being ostracized from the tribe? And then I have to look within me and I say, what are the things that I believed in when I was young, when, let's say, somebody make fun of me? And then try to really just go on like try to be super aware and be curious. Why is this negative voice trying to stop you from doing the things that you are capable of doing, and that you have the skill set to do it? And look, even if it's not perfect, even if you say, oh, it's not worth it, or it's not good enough, or it's ugly, or whatever, what if it's still okay to share your art, to share your voice, to share your wisdom, your experience. And this is why I felt like the the Gen X generation, the multi passionate, the people who are so sensitive and very aware of their environment, it is going to be the souls and the people who are going to become the bridge of this old and new generation. So, you're so you're so long to say everything. Yeah, thank you very much. It takes time to this is the beauty of going live. We cannot please everything. I think when I sleep you will not stop. Sure. So anyways, this is the beauty of befriending your inner critic. That no matter how challenging and difficult things can be, you can still go ahead and produce or create the art that you really wanted to create. And even if nobody wants to listen to you, or if nobody wants to believe in what you're trying to say, you, the creator, is still going to be curious about the things that you'd like to create. So, this is an encouragement for us all because it took me a long time to finally get to a place of, hey, it's okay to befriend your inner critic, and that would be fine. And if people are going to criticize you, or if people are going to not really listen to you, or whatever, they mock you or they make fun of you, then it's a sign that they are not your people. Because the people who cares, the people who love themselves, the people who are healed, they are not going to attack you, they're not going to mock you, or they're not going to make fun of you. These people who are trying to make fun of your artwork or whatever you're trying to create online and offline are great teachers. Why? Because they're teaching you to be resilient, they're trying to tell you on looking within yourself and really just getting to know yourself, and do not allow the negative voice to stop you from creating the life that you imagine and dream of for so long. So, this is it, guys. It's like this is a wonderful experience to kind of like be curious about the inner voice and not believe that voice that's swimming in your head. Because if you can think of it, your brain is just a computer. It is like a massive library of old memories that's probably painful, hurtful, filled with betrayal. And yes, there are also memories that are joyful, happy, and all that. And for us who went through some traumatic experiences, yes, we remember the pain, we remember the fear, we remember the shame, all that bullying and all that stuff. However, if we let the painful memories in here and in our hearts, and we're not going to release it on paper, or we're not allowing to feel the pain, then you are going to suffer. I know that feeling all too well, and that is why I am here to share everything that I know and the wisdom that I have learned after all these years of suffering and fighting. And I was like, wait a minute, maybe suffering is optional. Maybe you are here to be loving. Maybe you are here to remember that you are enough, that you are loved, that you can create whatever you want, even if people are not going to believe in you. As long as you believe in yourself, as long as you remember that, yeah, I wanted to feel joyful. I wanted to feel like even if it's not perfect, it's still going to be okay. And I'm going to be safe still. And And even if people are going to laugh at you, it is okay because now you know how to love yourself. So that is my way of, yeah, it is okay to befriend the inner critic. And when you have that relationship with that critical voice in your head, life is a lot going to be easier and more fun. Am I going to say that it's going to be a little bit challenging? Of course, it's going to be very, very challenging because you are rewiring your subconscious mind and you are trying to change the old story in your head. It is going to be a work of a lifetime. However, people will come and go in your life, and the only person who's going to stay with you is you. So, it is so important. I speak English and Tagalog. Perfect. Thank you for being here, everybody. So, it is a beautiful thing. Don't you think? Life is so wonderful that if you are going to just be okay with befriending befriending the negative voices in your head, then that is okay too. You have to be your own believer, even if there are days that makes you double think and pause and say, am I doing the right thing? Nice drawing. Thank you. Are you drawing yourself? Are you making art yourself? And believe me, all the artistic people in the world, all the musicians, all the creative people, we have to go through days where we doubt ourselves, where we're like, am I going to share this with people? Am I going to be safe if I'm going to share it? So, thank you for subscribing. I hope you share your story with us too in the comment section in the long form. Thank you so much. Thank you, Queen. So, this is the reason why I wanted to share the thoughts and the experience that I have, because for so long it took me a while to befriend that negative voice that I thought, oh, what is this voice doing in my mind, in my head? It's like it is brutal. Oh, you do animation on YouTube. That is awesome. Well, let me know in the long form because the comments will go away and I have to please make sure to like, comment and subscribe so I can check your work too and leave a comment in my long form. That way I'm able to kind of like connect with you guys because the chat will go away later on. So let me know in the comment section below, what are the voices? What are those voices in your head? If, okay, in psychology, the most critical voice in your head represents the voice of a critical parent or a critical person in your life. Because everything in this life is programmed. And that is why changing our thoughts, our beliefs, our habits takes a lot longer. And you have to be patient with yourself when you're befriending the inner voice in your head. You draw a think. So, what is it? You're only 6 years old? Are you serious? So if you are an artist, if you are very creative, if you're from Gen X or whatever, wherever, which generation you're coming from, let me know in the comment section below because it's really all about. I think we are entering a world now where there's AI, right? And they keep telling us that they are going to just annihilate all the work in the world. And what are we gonna do now as humans? So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to create art from my heart and soul. I know that it's a long game. This is not a game for the faint of heart. And I am not going to give up sharing my mission because it is so good to kind of like create a community where you share your thoughts, you share your beliefs, you share your feelings, and it's okay to disagree, even if we're coming from all different walks of life and different kinds of upbringing. So, yes, please let me know in the comment section below if you have questions, if you have, you know, your thoughts and your dreams, what are you trying to create now in your life. And as somebody who was born without social media, without the internet, my imagination was so strong. You cannot draw a boy. It, you know what? This is why also that is okay, Queen, because for me it's like when I do not the art that I'm creating now is more on abstract, like this one. I mean, I don't even understand that, but I just have to express my feelings. This one is nice too, but I am going to create. I'm going to give this dress into a different makeover, like probably a yellow dress because she's leaning by a tree and trees are grounding. This is just pure abstract. I can see what it's just crazy. That's why abstract for me is so fascinating because your mind creates different images according to your own perception. So that's what I do. I kind of like turn it all around and see what can I do, what can I add, or maybe I'm just going to leave it be, right? So there you go, guys. What what are the voices that you are hearing in your mind when you are all alone? And can you be okay with being curious about the voices that is running through your head? If you can draw a girl, then perfect. Draw a girl. You got this. Totally, you got this. Well, what is this? I don't even have a face. It is super dark. I have to kind of like lighten this up and definitely have fun with the process and embracing the chaos and embracing the process of creating. Even if sometimes, if you're like me, who gets a little bit too frustrated or impatient or not happy with the work that I'm creating, yes, it is part of the process. It is part of the process, and you just have to give yourself a little bit of grace when you're doing it, because even the biggest successful artists, they have their dirty, yucky, I don't know what the hell am I doing in this art. But sometimes the ugly ones are the best ones because they really show what is going on in your subconscious mind without judging your work. Because when we judge ourselves, it is so hard to love the process, right? Because you're already judging your work. So it is okay. That's one thing that I have learned through this process, that it is okay to be curious, to have fun. Remember when we were children, we're having fun, right? So let me know in the comment section below, and let me know what are the lessons that you've learned if you have listened and befriend the voice in your head without judging yourself. Your inner critic can be your ally if you let it. So there you go, guys. So now that is why it's okay for me to sort of share my process and share the story behind the craziness, and that is okay. And if my story resonates with any one of you who's watching in this crazy world wide web we call internet, that is so good for me, because it's like I have to become the person, the ally, the friend, the cheerleader that I wish I had when I was younger. Because sometimes when you're super, I know that you're watching, you are intelligent, you feel deeply, you are a sensitive soul, you are creative, and maybe you're like me from the Gen X generation. I don't know what generation you're coming from. It doesn't matter. If you are here watching this and you're still listening, and I really thank you. And also, I feel like we are all here to support each other. We are all here to inspire each other. And the reason why I'm doing this is also a way to give back, a way to share the wisdom that I have learned, because it was so hard when I was going through. I thought I was all alone, thinking that I have all these negative thoughts and the inner critic. And I was like, if I am going to listen to this negative voice that's trying to bully me, and I will not be able to just create things that is coming from my heart and soul. And do you have to make it perfect? Of course not. I believe that the purpose in making art is really about growing through the process, the painful process of creating art from your heart and soul. You are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody who is creating something from their heart and soul is going to be this famous or somebody big. It feels like, in my mind, my intention is, one person, if there's one person who is going to watch my videos and feel like they can understand what I'm trying to say, and or I feel like they can connect with me, then that is mission accomplished for me. Because I am very grateful for all my favorite YouTubers who are showing up for their dreams and their fears and their whatever, their process, even if it's freaking messy. And this growing stage in life, when you are trying to heal from your past pain, um, it is messy, it is so uncomfortable, it is so full of frustration and ick and all the things. And my God, now that I look back, I was like, damn, I am so happy and grateful for my younger self to have not given up, no matter how difficult life can be. And what if the difficult things that you have gone through is going to be the survival kit for anyone if you dare to share your story, if you're going to start your YouTube channel and try to deeply connect with your tribe, with your people who believes in you, even if you haven't seen them in person. So, here's the deal. Can you please connect with your hearts and feel the feels? Can you be okay with opening your heart, feeling your pain, letting go of the fear, letting go of the shame, and just doing it anyway? Because, yes, it is not easy. It sounds simple. Can we befriend the negative voice in our heads? At first, I was like, what is this? And then, when I started doing it, the negative voice started to go away. And is it perfect in most days? Not really. So I just have to say, hey, what are you trying to tell me? Why are you trying to stop me if I wanted to create art? Why are you not wanting me to, like, let's say today, I was like, I wanted to go live and share my thoughts. And people, like, and then the inner critic would say, you're tired. You had a long day. Why do you have to go online? Hi, Jenilyn Plaza. How are you? Where are you watching from? So, yes, please have an open mind, have an open heart, and befriend the inner critic within. And you know that when you, okay, let's try this. Okay, this is the left side of the brain. and the right side. And if you combine that, it's sort of like you are combining and connecting the left side and right side of your brain. That is why when you meditate or you pray, it's sort of like that, to really marry the negative and the positive voices in your head. And what if there's really no negative and positive? Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. What if your life on earth has a purpose, even if you have not really found that purpose yet? What if you exist because you matter, your life matter, your work matter, your dreams matter, your crazy art matter, whatever, your feelings matter, your story matter. And to love yourself, to forgive yourself, to give yourself grace during this process of healing is a beautiful thing. So I am so happy that even if I don't know you guys, I haven't really connected so much of you because I don't know, I haven't heard. My channel is growing very slowly. And I don't know what is this going on, like the SEO thing and the algorithm thing. And I'm like, whatever, I am gonna continue to share my wisdom. I'm going to continue to inspire because I know that is what my soul is trying to do now. It's like, it's really not about the perfect edits. It's not really about making this video super beautiful and so people can, see this thing. There's so many creators on YouTube that has that kind of effect. I don't. That is not my skill. That is not my passion to edit, to make it super perfect. In fact, I'm really okay with making crazy art. Is it rainy? No, it's not. I think it rained a while ago. Where are you watching from, Jenilyn? So, yeah, can you be okay with listening and befriending your inner critic? It is a possibility, that is for sure. You're raining on, as long as you're safe and you are okay. I love rain. I do, I do. I love the sound of the pouring rain. So, guys, I thank you for watching. I thank you for your comments, your likes. It means a lot. It really means a lot for a small channel like me. And I pray that wherever you are, that you are going to find that time to befriend your inner critic. And please don't be so hard on yourself. Bye, everyone. Thank you again for watching, and I am going to see you in the next live stream soon. Take care, guys. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Bye.